The Razorbacks will put total weather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make... at the 19. So Georgia's offense will get first crack at it here. We'll keep a close eye on the play calling and just how diligent they are in getting the tight end involved, Jesse. It just didn't work last week.
Yeah, there's no question that this coaching staff, they know the offense basically goes as their big tight end goes. And that's why they lost their last game out. They didn't get him the ball enough. And that was a huge problem. So, David, big priority, number one for this offense in this one, get him as many touches as many ways as you can.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Razorbacks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game, Jesse? Make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened last time.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Stockton. Setting up the screen. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball and let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
Got him at the 27. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
Washed up old guy. I heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate the football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Here's the pressure. Finds the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Got his man quickly.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
They'll toss it to the left. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, out of space. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield on first down. Quick strike complete. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be first and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Good right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Looking for space, it's Peterson. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like we just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. Makes the grab. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Peterson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position, they located the football, and they went and game tackled.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Lost to throw again. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Grab behind the line. It's Peterson. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. The give to the back. He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Here's a heat. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll throw on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Humphries. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Stockton. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll go to the counter play. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Catch in the middle, it's Platt. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude.
Breaks into the open.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
To the air on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Quickly to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw.
Looking for the end zone. And it won't make the connection, going for the big play.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Wants to throw it. Under fire. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The offense lining up for a first down play. Leaves it with the running back. Fights off the defender. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Stockton. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Here comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Working that left side now.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed.
The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Start of offense. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. In a perfect world, quarterback hits his last step, turns the ball loose, receiver comes out of the break, ball's there. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not... Getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play, but now time for the fourth quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Slithers into space. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Fires left. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He breaks a tackle. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. I think at this point you might as well try to throw the ball down the field because this dog defense is not giving an inch.
They don't give an inch. They hunt the whole entire game, and they're all highly recruited kids. They're all talented. They're all going to get drafted, but they play for each other. They play with fight. They play with aggression, and that's why you always see them near the top of the defenses in all of college football.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And, man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it go. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number one. Let's see if they can get a streak going, get down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard.
The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the back. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven.
They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the fourth down stop.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with an L.
On the ground, it's Frazier. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got it in the middle. It's Brown.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Quarterback may change this route. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Turning it on. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Might as well stick with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This is a tough one, a 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the 1st down. Got it. Trying to rumble in. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. to fire on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Caught behind the line, it's Peterson. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Converts on fourth down, still going. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far, and a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up, and another great job that time in coverage.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
It's fourth down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here comes the heat. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Razorbacks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Caught over the middle. It's clapped. And that is how we will wrap this one up. A strong, methodical work.